International Mental Health Training Center Taiwan, IMHTCT, is organized by the Kaohsiung Municipal Kaisen Psychiatric Hospital, which is under the authorization of the Ministry of Health and Welfare of Taiwan. Several psychiatric hospitals in Taiwan are invited as the members in the center to provide professional trainings in the field of mental health for the public health practitioners in the Southeast Asia countries. Meanwhile, though the exchange of knowledge and cooperation with international mental health institutions can help establish the partnerships between Taiwan and the countries in the Southeast Asia. IMHTCT integrates medical and academic resources to design the plan and to provide the professional and diversified training courses for the overseas trainees on the subjects of mental health, clinical psychology, social work, community mental rehabilitation, medical management and public health, etc. Kaohsiung Municipal Kaisen Psychiatric Hospital, KSPH, is accredited as Psychiatric Teaching Hospital by the Ministry of Education and Ministry of Health and Welfare, and is also appointed as the core psychiatric hospital in the Kaohsiung and Pingtung area. KSPH currently provides the outpatient, emergency, and inpatient treatment services. In addition to implementing the national mental health policy, the hospital also promotes community mental health care plans and related activities to push forward the mental health community, also to actively promote anti-drug activities. In addition, KSPH has 7 affiliated units, namely as Community Rehabilitation Center, Mediterranean Halfway House, Castle Halfway House, Daliao Halfway House, Kaisen Psychiatric Nursing Home, Lily Garden, Daliao Lily Psychiatric Nursing Home, and Daycare Center for the elderly. Nowadays, this hospital has newly established the long-term care ABC service. In the future, there are affiliated units which will be put into service, including the Senior and Child Co-Care Daycare, Integrated Long-Term Care Institution, the branch of Kaisen Psychiatric Nursing Home Green Garden, in the cooperation with the national policies and to provide a comprehensive, continual, and convenient psychiatric medical services to the public. The commitment is to be a paradise in the health promotion and physical mental empowerment in Taiwan. Yoli Veterans Hospital now houses many of the most chronic patients from all over Taiwan. For most, the stay is lengthy. Some will never leave. Patients deemed incapable of rehabilitation were sent to Yoli Veterans Hospital to spend the rest of their days here. But the hospital staff members refused to give up, always believed they could find some hopes for the patients. By uniting specialties in nursing, community work, clinical psychology, and occupational therapy, Yoli Veterans Hospital improved patients' mental health, gradually metamorphosed the hospital from end of the road for no-hopers to a specialist psychiatric hospital. It has become a backup center to to cure the incurable from the other hospitals. Long-term care for the elderly or degenerative patients must be provided by Yoli Veterans Hospital. This is another way of treatment in which it differs from other psychiatric hospitals, as well as providing continuous care in the form of acute treatment, rehabilitation, community integration, and long-term care. In addition, the Sunshine Community at Qishe in neighboring Hualien was established to provide the residents of Hualien and its environments with top-quality psychiatric treatment and rehabilitation. It also provides a recovery home, community rehabilitation, and daycare services. Suhua Mental Hospital is located in Daliao district of Kaohsiung City and has nearly 300 inpatient beds. Our hospital provides full-range psychiatric services including outpatient clinics, emergency services, and home care services. And we also cooperate with the government for the implementation of various national mental health services, including compulsory hospitalization, psychotherapy for domestic violence, sexual assault offenders, and addiction treatment, etc. Our hospital is the only teaching and psychiatric specialist training hospital among all the private mental hospitals in Taiwan. The goal of our hospital is not only to provide clinical services, but also to be involved in teaching and clinical research for the country and local communities. With the progress in the society and improvement in medical knowledge, people are more aware of mental illnesses. Especially there are more life stress and competition in 21st century. Therefore, in order to provide sufficient mental health care with good quality, mental health workers must have sufficient knowledge, competent ability, and appropriate attitude. The training program of our hospital not only aims to help our staff work in this direction, but we also are actively involved in promoting mental health in the public. In order to actively collaborate with our government's foreign policy, our hospital provides the best experience about development of psychiatric services in Taiwan and the latest technology in the related field to the implementation of the International Mental Health Training Center Taiwan IMHTCT program. We also encourage two-way learning from our hospital staff and health workers to the surrounding countries. We strongly believe that by providing our knowledge in community rehabilitation and our experience in the mental health care system development, the Mental Health Network for Prevention and Treatment of Psychiatric Illnesses can be more complete in Southeast Asia regions. Bali Psychiatric Center is a public psychiatric teaching hospital to integrate the technology and humanity into international characteristic in northern Taiwan. It provides services for the people with diverse mental illness. Bali Psychiatric Center is equipped with a complete team to conduct psychiatric assessment for the patients. Its innovative service model can cover full range of mental illness and to provide medical services including emergency care, acute hospitalization, and community rehabilitation program. It engages with the community service network to promote mental health of the population actively. It also joined the local government and developed the links with the civil organization to set up 2 outpatient clinics, one in Taichung and one in Luzhou district of New Taipei City. In addition, there are many daytime and full-time community rehabilitation centers to implement recovery-oriented programs for the people with mental illness, screening for mental illness, counseling and education of mental health, and enhancing the mental health of the people are our main tasks. Taichung Psychiatric Center is located in the center of Taiwan. It is a hospital in charge of the psychiatric network in the central region. It provides a 5-level multiple rehabilitation model based on the needs of patients. Through acute and chronic mental illness medical treatment and community rehabilitation, patients can have complete treatment and service. TTPC has 7 clinical divisions: General Psychiatric, Drug Abuse and Addiction, Child and Adolescent Psychiatry, Community Psychiatry, Geriatric Psychiatric, Forensic Psychiatric, and Psychosomatic Medicine. Nursing Department. Our nursing staffs provide patient and friendly-centered nursing care by applying holistic assessment and nursing process. Clinical Psychology Department. In order to promote public mental health, reduce emotional distress, and prevent psychological disorders, we provide professional services including various psychological assessments such as cognitive function assessment, personality assessment, etc. Psychotherapy and mental health education. We also help patients with psychological disorders recover as soon as possible and prevent recurrence. Spring Breeze Project Model. Our community service strategy is to allocate 1 doctor, 1 head nurse, 1 psychologist, 1 social worker, 1 occupational therapist associated with 1 home care nurse, and 1 case manager in every township. 13 townships in total of Nantou County. Spring Breeze Project emphasizes the outreach team service to the catchment areas in the whole Nantou County and Bali in southern Taichung. The benefit of intense connecting with local public health station and community had gained spotlight nationwide. We would like to promote and expand this model to more remote areas and even to introduce this model to other psychiatric hospitals in the future. Core values and mission statements. Our vision is to become the model of mental health providers in Taiwan. Our core values are patient focus, multidisciplinary teamwork, excellent care quality, and care for the vulnerable group. Our mission statements are service, to provide comprehensive psychiatric services, education, to provide best integrative education and professional training, community, to promote the community mental health, and policy, to carry out the public health policy. Jianan Psychiatric Center is the only 1 psychiatric expert teaching hospital in Tainan area and the core hospital of psychiatric medicine network in southern area in Taiwan, which plays an important role in the resource link for mental health in southern area of Taiwan. Jianan Psychiatric Center provides comprehensive medical services including clinic, emergency, acute and chronic wards, adult and geriatric daycare, mobile home stay medication, general medication, Chinese medicine, neurology, and physical therapy, psychiatric nursing home, halfway house, and long-term care center. Jianan Psychiatric Center provides friendly recovery and rehabilitation environment and implements patient-centered holistic healthcare. For international mental health training, Jianan Psychiatric Center conducts a series of mental health care courses with professional teachers, including doctors, registered nurses, occupational therapists, psychologists, social workers, pharmacists, etc.